We're gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Oh, she's definitely not bluffing. She can definitely get out of those chains, but that, like I said, that's next chapter me's problem.
Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I thought that I wouldn't have to face the creepy, creepy princess. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Slay the Princess. I have no idea what path we're gonna go down today, but hopefully it will be a fun one. It's not gonna be fun. It's gonna end in our demise. You go down the path to the cabin, you're gonna have a bad time, okay? Alright, let's go!
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think we've already picked every single dialogue option here. Sweet! I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Vive la Revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Got it.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I mean, you're right, hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I've missed this game. It's been a while since I've played it. Except, I don't think I've found every princess, but hey, we're just gonna go with the flow.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Especially for the fact that I hear there's so many endings, so many princesses. We're just gonna see how things pan out from here on out. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
I love Blade Princess.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Alright, let's go.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
She probably already knew.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Good.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I don't know about a threat to the world, but she's definitely always a threat to us.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
What do you want to talk about?
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
Yeah, like what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What type of music do you like to listen to?
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You're right. I always end up listening to Hero because Hero is the best. I'm gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
And plus, making the narrator upset is my favorite thing to do in this game. It never gets old.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah. Small talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Okay.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Kind of. I mean, I came down here to kill you, and then I decided not to kill you, and now we're just talking. Okay, we've talked enough. I've heard everything I want to hear. See ya.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
No, I just wanted to click it to be an ass.
You know why you're here.
Have I done this before? Why is my eye being weird? Stop it. It's like not responding. Eyeball, wake up. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Nah, it's fine.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't,
You're gonna kill me?
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh, I probably will. I definitely will.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Probably not. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
How are you so sure?
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
Exactly.
You're making a mistake.
Hero, she's threatening us. What do we do?
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
That's next chapter me's problem.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Oh, she's definitely not bluffing. She can definitely get out of those chains, but that, like I said, that's next chapter me's problem.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
What do you mean by that? Nope, we're sticking to the plan, locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
I don't think that table's gonna hold her. I think we need something more. Maybe if I like scoot my little chunky self against the table and just like, okay, this is gonna be fine. We're just gonna stay like this for the rest of our lives.
Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
The far wall? Why the far wall? No, chunky self against the door. Like this. Not the far wall.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Uh-oh.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Well, we're dead.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Oh, she's gonna be so angry and kick our booty, isn't she?
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Oh, crap. Oh well. Old princess, new choices.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
Yeah, don't think about the princess. Dang it, all I'm thinking about is the princess.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Gosh dang it. Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
Well, joke's on you because I never sleep, princess. Do the bags and dark circles around my eyes look like I sleep? Nope.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
I've gone 3 days without sleep. You're no threat to me, princess.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Oh no, she's a threat to me. We're gonna die.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, princess, for picking a plane and sticking to it. I appreciate that. I don't want a migraine.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Oh, but the feeling of everything going numb is terrible. It feels like little pins and needles are poking you all over.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
So, locking her away wasn't the plan?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Do I look green?
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
And now what are you going to do since I didn't help you?
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Gosh dang it.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, we have already gotten the nightmare before. But, if I know anything about this game, there's like a million ways that this can go. So I'm excited.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I love how the music just gets more disturbing and spooky and eerie as you continue on with each chapter. Wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, just keep him in the dark.
Shh. What if he hears us?
Okay, paranoid.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you?
He can hear every single thought. Probably even that one. And that one. And that one.
Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Yes, let's go save the world. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Nope, we will not trust her at all.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Oh, I do not like this. I do not like this one bit. Why is the door open? There's definitely something gonna crawl out of that basement. What is that? What are those? I do not recall any of this. It probably happened, but I don't recall any of it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
That's what I just said.
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Oh, I can see her eyes on us.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
I agree.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Deep breath in, deep breath out. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
No, she's definitely there.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Oh, he doesn't know.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright, yes. Pull ourselves together. Come on. Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
A bomb's good. I like a bomb.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Crap.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
We shouldn't waste time preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Maybe he's trying to keep us from looking because there's something horribly wrong with us.
I mean, maybe? I have still yet to figure out the meaning of the mirror. Like, I kind of get it, but I'm not really sure.
No, there isn't something horribly wrong with you. You look exactly how you're supposed to look. Now stop second-guessing my every word.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Every single time.
Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
And other than the mirror at the end of each chapter, we really don't know what we look like. I wonder if we ever find out. Enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
The little eyeballs are blinking. Okay, so yeah, we're being watched, definitely.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Yeah.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Oh gosh, it's this princess. Alright, just step off into the void between the stairs. Just...
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I thought that I wouldn't have to face the creepy, creepy princess. I don't know, falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Yep.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
Oh, this place is very weird.
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
It's okay, Paranoid. You kind of get used to it after like 40 times.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I think this has been the only princess so far that has actually given me chills. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so there's eyes everywhere. So we're just gonna leave.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there.
Gosh dang it.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
Let's just go that way.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Okay.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
I knew there was no way we were gonna get away from her.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think!
I'm trying to think of a way out of this, but there's never a way out.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I probably messed up in a million ways.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Heart,
What did I do?
liver,
Why'd she move like that?
heart, lung. Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Well, thank you, Paranoid.
Heart, Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
Lungs.
What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Yes, stop bothering him. He needs to concentrate.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
No, keep going, sweetie, please.
You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Liver, nerves.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
Because she can snap us like a twig.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Lungs.
What do you mean, narrator? We can barely keep ourselves alive right now. Paranoid is doing all the work he can. Why won't you finish me off?
Liver.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Liver.
Oh, why am I staying here talking to you? Oh my goodness.
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Please don't.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver.
She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then...
Shit. Make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath. We're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart.
You're doing great, sweetie. Keep doing whatever you're doing.
You're back.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
One moment,
lungs,
and then
liver,
you're gone.
nerves, heart,
Just
lungs,
like
liver, nerves,
that.
Heart,
Ah,
liver,
and there's the
heart,
fear.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
She
liver,
pulls away.
Nerves, heart, lungs.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
Lungs,
I've already
liver,
done that.
Nerves, heart,
Oh, she's
lungs,
just messing
liver,
with us.
Nerves, liver, nerves.
What happened after you
heart,
killed me last time?
liver,
I tried to leave while you
nerves, heart,
suffocated,
lungs,
but that
liver,
stupid
nerves,
cabin
heart,
wouldn't let me.
lungs, liver,
So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
heart, lungs,
Why am I sitting here having a conversation with her?
lungs, liver,
I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Heart, lungs, liver.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver,
sorry.
nerves.
Okay,
heart,
concentrate,
lungs,
concentrate.
liver, nerves. Heart, lungs.
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Paranoid's doing a
nerves,
great job.
heart, lungs,
You
liver,
seem
nerves,
miserable.
lungs, heart, lungs.
And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
Lungs,
Then we're stuck down here together.
heart,
Until you change your mind.
nerves, heart, lungs.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Oh my god, the voice acting for this.
Or until your heart finally gives out.
Heart, lungs, liver.
And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
Liver, nerves.
She is like so beautiful in a very disturbing kind of way.
Lungs,
And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
lungs.
Gosh dang it.
Nerves, heart, nerves.
Alright.
Heart,
Okay,
lungs,
Paranoid.
Liver, nerves, heart.
Let's
lungs,
just run.
You turn and run, doing your best to put one useless leg in front of the other.
Liver,
You poor, poor thing.
Nerves,
Wrong choice.
No.
You get nowhere before the princess is in front of you once again.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Oh,
nerves,
crap.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
You're always going to be a coward.
liver, nerves.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh no, no.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
Okay.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
Oh no.
No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
Oh no.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
Oh gosh, this is worse.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you.
It's okay, I don't like him much anyway.
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Chapter 4, 5, what? The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
I have no idea.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Same, Broken.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
Yeah, I kinda agree, Broken.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
Nope, not gonna happen. Nope.
Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Oh gosh, they're all coming back.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
We love her, so we have to set her free.
Every single time I get this smitten, and I don't regret it at all.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip.
What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
It's been a few. I can count at least on 2 arms how many times we've been here. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many, 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 many times. It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all. It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her. Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers, and they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Does that silence you? It'd be nice if it silenced you too. Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
Clearly.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that.
I mean, you're right.
It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
Proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin, or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror.
I was just gonna ask him about the mirror.
He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there.
Oh, this is new.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
Into the mirror.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Oh. Alright. Well, I guess we're taking the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep.
Oh my gosh, what the heck is gonna crawl out of this?
Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
It's, she's watching us. She never stops watching us.
There you are. My toy has finally come to finish his job.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You dragged this out for so much longer than you had to.
Oh, why does it do that? I don't like that. Sorry, focus, B, focus.
And closer.
But it was always just a matter of time.
And closer.
No, go back down the hole, please. Go back down the hole.
You are going to have to stop running eventually.
And closer.
Everything stops running eventually. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take my will and let me out.
No, 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 no. Face back together, please. Face back together.
It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too.
I don't think that's the best outcome, sweetheart.
A witness.
To my own murder?
I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
What?
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Narrator said to take her hand. Yes! Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
Yes. Hey, I didn't have any other choice. You can't blame me.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Hey, get used to it. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
No, smash. Smash it.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Let's go see how handsome we are.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unsolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep. I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
GG, boys. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Grass. Growing grass is what it looked like. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there's supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is awaiting Maw. an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart.
I mean, this vessel is very beautiful when it's not trying to kill me.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Their thoughts are quiet? What is that like? I would love to learn what that's like. Never experienced it. He does, but you're gonna keep that to yourself.
It's nice to be with someone whose thoughts I can never know as mine.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Oh,
And then gravity will pull the others back to me.
okay.
I will be singular. A final multitude.
Alright, let's go. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Alright. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There's no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, I liked that one. She is... The nightmare is probably the scariest princess to me, and her taking off her mask did not help. That did not help at all. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! See ya! Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? What do you want to tell me? That's not what it said. Yeah. Ooh, jeez, that's freaking loud. Oh my gosh, my earballs. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're Gosh dang it. Why can't I read today? He does, and when I find him, I'm gonna kill him. Nah. I have a certain set of skills.